we were doing this show, and we were having a good time, and we did it every year, and it went from 2 nights to 3 nights. Somewhere around year 5, I got a call from Ward's manager. He'd only called me one other time before to say, are you filing the Spokane sheets for these shows? So that Gord gets his royalties? Yes, sir, yes, I am. He said, Gord's heard about this show and he wants to check it out. But you can't tell anybody that he's coming. So he'll wait outside, and then when the show starts, let us know, and we'll come on in, and we'll just watch the show for a bit. That's what he did. He sat in his limousine out in front of the fuel turn, waited for the show to start. It started, and we brought him into under cover in darkness. Took him and his manager to his seat. Now, if you're seeing this for the first time, you're understanding it's not Gordon Lightfoot karaoke. We want to present contemporary Canadian roots, folk, blues, jazz artists to do their thing with these wonderful songs. And I had that particular year that Gord came, one of the acts was this 4-man a cappella vocal group, like called Cadence. Kind of like the Nylons, right? And they were doing the Canadian Railroad trilogy, like in their 4-man style. And I was worried, what if Gord doesn't like it? So Gord's watching the show, I'm watching Gord. And I realized very quickly that Gordon Lightfoot, when he likes something, he claps like a normal person. When he really likes something, Cadence, they were up like 3rd or 4th in the set, and when they finished their song, he was the first person to jump up and he gave them a standing ovation. Later on, I learned, the Gord's first professional gig as like a 12 or a 13-year-old was as singing in a barbershop quartet. So the kind of harmonies they were doing made perfect sense to him, right? Anyway, show was going on, everybody's having a good time, and I'm finishing the first set like I'm doing tonight. And just as I'm on the side, Gord's manager comes up and tugs me on the arm and says, Gord's enjoying it. Gord likes this show. Gord would like to do a song. But he didn't bring his guitar. He's going to have to borrow somebody's guitar. So I did my 2 songs, and then I had the honor and the privilege of introducing Gordon Lightfoot at his own tribute, and I lent him his guitar. Gord put it around his shoulders, he did one big strum, and it immediately went out of tune. And he then played, if you could read my mind, on this guitar. He was making weird faces. Like I connect with my guitar, Gord and my guitar did not speak to each other. Anyway, he finished with a 10-minute standing ovation. He hung around, he took a lot of pictures, and then by the end of the night, Gord was gone. He didn't say a word to anybody, just kind of disappeared. The following year, year 6, I didn't get a call from his man. Gord just showed up with his own guitar in hand, ready to go. So again, I put him on at the end of the first set because nobody wants to go after Gord, right? So Dan Hill was closing the set that night, and then Gord went over to Dan Hill. And Gord did this. Everybody gets 2 songs, by the way. That's a very egalitarian show, and there's a lot of people in the show, right? So Gord did his 2 tunes, and he kind of looked at everybody, and then he smiled, and then he launched into a 3rd song, just to remind us all who the alpha dog was in the room. And he then would come every year. He would call me up and say, Jory, it's Gord. He always starts, Jory, it's Gord. Like my phone when it says Gordon Lightfoot on it, like I know it's Gord. It's Jory, it's Gord. Is it okay if I come to 3 nights this year? Like, yes, Gord, it is okay.